Jamaican kitchen, feeling nice. Cooking up with safari spice. Jerk chicken, yes, yes please. Sizzle.
We're gonna start our seafood soup. We're gonna have our seasoning. We have our conch, our shrimp, our okra. We have potato, pumpkin, corn, chocho. Plus we have our fresh thyme, Saskatchewan pepper, scallion, and carrots. Okay, so that's everything. Right. Then of course we have our blue crabs that we're gonna put into the soup, along with our lobster as well, right? We're gonna put our lobster into the soup and our crab. Guys, welcome to Safari Spice. Today we are going to make some seafood soup. So first, you're gonna need a Dutch pot like so. I already lit the flame. The flame is on. So we're gonna put that there. And we're gonna add our water into the soup, right? Add the water into the soup. Great. How you guys been? You guys like soup? Is it soup season by you? Soup is always good. I don't know. I guess it's a staple in Jamaica on Saturday. They would like to come and have soup. So let's start. So what I'm going to do first, since I have all my veggies, I'm going to start with the conch. We have the conch. I'm just going to slice up the conch because that one takes the longest to cook. You're going to get your conch since it takes the longest. The conch takes the longest to cook, so you're going to go ahead and chop that up first. Thank you so much. Can you bring me 2 gloves from the drawer? So tell me, what kind of soup do you guys like? You guys, this staple right here with the vegetables, I have carrots, I have chocho, I have corn, I have okra, I have pumpkin. You can do that still if you want to make chicken soup, chicken foot soup, any kind of seafood soup. People I know in Jamaica, they make mannish water and make gohead soup or whatever. So as long as the staple with the vegetables are same, it's fine. So this is seafood soup. So like I said, I have my crabs, I have my lobster, I have some shrimp here, and I also have this conch. So, all right. So here's our conch right here. I didn't put it to get minced. Usually the butcher can mince it. I'm just gonna chop it up and I'm gonna put it in the bowl with the seafood, right? So we're just gonna cut it up in little pieces, like so. You wanna cut your conch into like little, like that size, like a ½ inch, and put in there. Now that takes the longest. You know, the conch takes the longest to cook, so I do that first. Do that first. Just keep chopping like so. Right? And then I'm going to cover that up and let that boil down. Then after that, I'm going to do the rest of the vegetables. It's really humid today because it looks like it's about to rain. So I just want to chop this up. It's a very heavy knife. It's a sharp knife. You see? You see the conch? I'm just going to throw that in there. And I'm going to cover that up. Now I'm going to do the pumpkin. We're going to do the pumpkin. We're going to take out inside. Take all of this out. This part inside, we're going to throw that away. That's garbage. We don't keep that. Right? Let's put in there. All of that is garbage. You guys like watching people cook? It's a lot of work, right? But it tastes so good. I don't mind it. I like it. It's fun. Would I rather be on the beach today? Yeah, maybe, but it's gonna rain. I don't like going to the beach when it rains because the rain, it gets all gooky. And so here's my carrot, right? You want to go to a Caribbean store. A lot of the American carrots, just like the pumpkin, they're more white, but I find these are more sweet too. Listen, the seeds too from the pumpkin, if you want to eat them, you could roast them and eat them too as well. But I'm not saving these. So I'm just chopping up the carrot. So we have the conch in here. We have the carrots. This is on a high flame, right? In a Dutch pot. So put the carrots. Then I have here a chocho. I'm gonna peel that, chop that. I'm gonna put that in the soup too. This is gonna come out really good, guys. What do you think? It's kind of humid because it's about to rain, but I see the sun is coming, so let's go. I have more room to work. I could work in my kitchen, but I have more room. Watching this, hit that like button. So we got the chocho, and take that off. I'm gonna chop it off, take the skin off. I don't know if chocho is considered a fruit or a vegetable. I have to look it up. I think it's in the vegetable family, like cassava. So now we're gonna put this one in the pot. Ooh, I smell that conch. I smell the conch going. And I'm just adding my vegetables. So now it has conch, it has carrot, it has chocho, right? Chocho. I'm gonna cover it up. Put the rest of that. Do my potato. Let's clean up the potato. I guess I could have put this in fast mode. Sometimes people do fast mode, so they do it faster. So you want to put the ones that are going to cook the longest first. The chocho, the carrot, the potato. That takes the longest. Shrimp can be last, because that's only going to take a few minutes. It's whatever you want. If you want to put a sweet potato, you can put a sweet potato. Listen, it's your kitchen. You can do what you want. Ooh, I hear somebody working next door. Like so. If you cut the potato and you feel like it's too much, you don't have to put all of it, because that's a really big potato, because I don't know how much it's going to fit in the pot. So I might just use half of this aside. All right, guys. I put my Irish potato like so. I have one corn. I have to measure. One thing about me is I don't really measure. It's a fresh corn. So you want to get everything fresh. No frozen okra. No, I mean, unless you can find it. If you could find it fresh, if you could go to the farm, or, fresher is going to be better. You don't want canned or frozen carrots or anything. You want to have everything as fresh as possible as you can get it. So I have my corn. I just break it in half like that. There we go. I got skills. So people say, oh, you don't know how to cook. Really? I don't know how to cook. Okay. Put the corn. Ooh, guys, this is coming together. It's funny, I was just talking to a friend in Jamaica, and he was telling me, Cleon, shout out Cleon if you're watching this. He was like, oh, I don't like okra. It's a slimy thing, and it's an acquired taste. If you don't like okra, then you can put, I'm sorry, guys, we got the dogs barking. We got people cutting the grass. That's what happens when you cook outside. But okra is an acquired taste. If you don't want okra, you don't have to put it. You can put, I guess, callaloo if you want to. Something green. Hey guys, I really don't know what happened with my microphone, but I'm just going to come over here and do a voiceover really quick. So what I did is I took the pumpkin and I put it in the oven and I baked it a little bit so it could be really soft for me to just peel it off, right? Because if I tried to cut that just right from the store, it would have been really hard. So I just put it in the oven for a little bit, and we're going to slice it in a few pieces and then just peel off the skin like so. So that's what you're going to want to do. After you get the pumpkin off, I have my beast. You can use any blender you want, food processor, you have a Vitamix, whatever you want. I just go ahead and put the pumpkin in there, add a little water, and I just puree it while I put it in the soup. Now, some people I know just cut up in Jamaica, they cut up the pumpkin really small and they boil it down. I was afraid I was going to burn the soup, so I just did it this way. But if you're comfortable doing it the other way, hey, to each his own. I just get this beast, which I love. If you can invest in one, I highly recommend it. I make a lot of my shakes and my smoothies in it. So you just want to put the pumpkin after you roast it, throw it in there. Look how nice and orange it is. And this is just going to make a nice base for the soup. Now you see how pretty all that pumpkin looks? It looks really nice. That's what we're going to go and put in the soup. There it is. And we're just going to pour that in the soup. See how nice and creamy, rich, thick, and creamy that is. Now I went in and I had some Grace's cock soup. So I went and put the cock soup inside there as well. Now make sure you put it on a low flame and you're going to stir it. Look at the color. You see how the color looks so nice? So that's all your conch, your corn, that has your potato, your chocho with your cock soup. Because the Dutch pot, the iron in the Dutch pot keeps it everything very hot. So you want to keep on a low flame and let it simmer. Now we're going to go into our spinners. So I have some flour. I usually put a little bit of salt and I add some water. And I'm just going to make the spinners. You can make round dumplings if you want, or you can make them medium size. I tried to make them a little skinny. So you're going to keep that fire on low. Don't put it on high because you may burn the pot, right? So I'm just going to do my spinners and put them in the pot. I'm just going to mix it up just like that. Really easy. Okay, now you're just going to keep mixing it like that, and then I'm just going to roll it, try to make it really skinny. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put about 5 or 6 of them in there. There goes the spinners, and just drop it in the pot. See how easy that is? Just some water, salt, flour, and just roll them and put them in the pot. Just remember to keep stirring the pot. Keep it on a low flame because the Dutch pot gets really hot, and just want to just stir all of that cock soup mix in there. So I have my crabs. I have my blue crabs. So what I did is I just broke off the legs because most of the meat is in the body of it. Those legs really don't have much, so I just chopped those off. After I added my crab, I went and I got my lobster. Caribbean lobster is actually better down here because I found the lobster up north down here is a little waterlogged. So if you could find Caribbean lobster, that's better. So I just went and chopped that up, and I'm going to add that to the pot. Now this soup is really going to start to get all the flavor of the conch and the crab and the lobster. I better stop playing before this lobster tries to bite me. Okay, then we're just going to get another one, and we're going to cut it, break off the legs like that, cut it in the front, and then just throw it in the pot. If you could cut it in half, that's good. I was having a hard time, so I just did the best I could. But it's all going to just simmer down anyway. Some people do put like coconut milk in their soup. For this recipe, I didn't think it needed. I didn't think the milk would go good with the seafood for some reason, so I didn't do it. Right, so I'm going to put that in there as well, and it's coming along nicely. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells really good. Okay, now I have my shrimp. So now we're going to go and put the shrimp. This is why I call it 4 seafood soup, because you have conch, crab, lobster, and shrimps. So now I have my okra. I chopped that up, and we're going to go and throw the okra in. So we put that in last. And then also I had some pimento seeds. Oh, I'm running out. I have to get some more. You're just going to put a few of that, your pimento seeds. Throw that in the pot as well. Look how pretty. Of course, we're also going to add our Scotch bonnet pepper, but make sure you take it out before you serve. And of course, we have some thyme that I have from my garden, so I'm going to put some thyme in there as well. So you have pimento seed, thyme, okra, and I have to cut up some of the scallion as well. And voila, guys, there it is. 4 seafood soup with pumpkin, chocho, yam, green banana, potatoes, lobster, conch, crab, and shrimp with your corn. You put it on a low flame and this was good to go. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Ooh, you see that? Lobster, chocho, corn, shrimp, conch with the pumpkin. Look at all of that. Oh my God, hearty. Okay. I'm just gonna taste test it, see if what it needs, cover it up, and let it do its thing. Check the flame and let it do its thing. Listen guys, after I tasted my pot, I realized it needed a little bit of Cajun seasoning, so I'm just gonna go and add that to the pot. See that seasoning up there? That's the Cajun seasoning. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my goodness. Let's see. This is a lot of water, but the water is gonna boil down and thicken up. So I taste the lobster with the pumpkin and the conch. All right, guys. Give me a thumbs up. The key to cooking is on a slow flame. You don't want to go too high because you can burn the pot. Even with soup, you think soup, on the bottom it could burn, and you don't want to burn it. So put on a low flame, cover it up. Seafood doesn't take that long. We don't have to wait for the pumpkin to cook because I already pureed it. The conch has been in there first, so the conch is probably like 2 hours. I'm gonna say cover this, low flame on a Dutch pot. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'll be back. I'm gonna trust and believe. Next time I cook outside, it's gonna be winter time because I am hot. Bye, guys.